Hello guys, another video from my car as every Friday on this channel. Not that much about Laravel, but more about dev career and productivity. And today I want to talk about success of ideas. So I see kind of two different spectrums, two different opposites of whether idea is important or hard work is important. So some people say that success is all about idea of any project, and others tell that you need to work hard, to grind, to hustle, to be able to reach the success. What I recently realized in Laravel Daily specifically, but I think it's applicable to others, it's usually about project idea being shaped. So the success of a particular, for example, in our case, article or a course or a YouTube video is kind of predefined when choosing the topic of this video, because that defines the size of the audience for that video. Whether it's a very narrow audience for a specific use case and bug fix or something like that, or very broad discussing some tool, or for example new Laravel 11 or something very applicable to many developers. And it's not even about many developers, it's more about pain point for many developers. So for example, at some point I realized that so many developers do not start testing, so I created a course about that. At some point I felt that Filament is growing and the pain point for many developers was to start with it, so I created a course about that. So that is so-called total addressable market for YouTubers and other people. So that predefines the success of the idea in the first place. But then what amplifies the success, or what increases the success, is the time that you spend on shaping the idea into some kind of packaging. So it's not enough to have an idea about a project. For example, I have an idea for a job board for developers. Yeah, okay, fine. But then sit down and analyze the market and try to shape the job board for developers for a specific niche. How you would be unique with your solution, what would be your target market, what is the current competition if you launch that today. So try to find a niche, some kind of uniqueness, some kind of angle of your project and stuff like that. Because the idea itself, it's usually described in a few sentences, and then people start building the thing, especially for developers. And of course, my audience is developers. If you are watching this channel, probably you are a developer. So we like building things, right? So we have an idea for something, and then we dive into PHP Storm or whatever IDE. No, what I find time and time again, that the more time I spend on paper or just walking around in the forest thinking about the idea and trying to find the angle, the uniqueness, and the real target audience that would have the problem for my project or my target courses or stuff like that, that time pays off massively. For YouTubers, for example, or content creators, very important thing is to have title, and for YouTube is thumbnail. So those two things would basically define whether the people would click on the video if they see it on their social feed somewhere, or for example on YouTube homepage. So you may have the great idea for YouTube video but ruin it without proper packaging and title and explaining to people why they need that video in the first place. And then it's very sad if you go to the spectrum of hard work. If you do work hard and grind on the idea which was not shaped in the first place, then you may get really disappointed when you launch, and then you find like only a few people interested, which probably mean that you didn't spend enough time in the beginning shaping the idea and talking to potential customers, potential watchers, viewers of your content, and reshaping the idea based on their feedback. It's kind of a business 101. It's about market research and talking to customers. But for developers specifically, I just wanted to reiterate that if you have any idea for the project, spend some time on shaping the idea and trying to find the best angle, the best unique shape of the idea would help you a lot in success. So yeah, kind of a business advice in this video from my own experience, both with content and IT projects. What do you think? Let's discuss in the comments below. That's it for this time, and see you guys in other videos.